Section T5D, Ohm's Law, Formulas and Usage, Components in Series and Parallel. First question, what formula is used to calculate current in a circuit? That is answer B, which is I equals E divided by R. Current equals voltage divided by resistance. So this is derived from E equals I times R by solving for I. What formula is used to calculate voltage in a circuit? E equals I times R. Ohm's law in its standard form, E equals I times R. Voltage equals current times resistance. What formula is used to calculate resistance in a circuit? R equals E divided by I. Resistance equals voltage divided by current. What is the resistance of a circuit in which a current of 3 amperes flows through a resistor connected to 90 volts? B, 30 ohms. So R equals E divided by I equals 90 volts, divided by 3 amps equals 30 ohms. What is the resistance in a circuit for which the applied voltage is 12 volts and the current flow is 1.5 amperes? C, 8 ohms. R equals E divided by I equals 12 volts, divided by 1.5 amps, which equals 8 ohms. What is the resistance of a circuit that draws 4 amperes from a 12-volt source? A, 3 ohms. And that formula is R equals E divided by I equals 12 volts divided by 4 amps equals 3 ohms. What is the current in a circuit with an applied voltage of 120 volts and a resistance of 80 ohms? D, 1.5 amperes. And that formula is I equals E divided by R equals 120 volts divided by 80 ohms equals 1.5 amps. What is the current through a 100 ohm resistor connected across 200 volts? C, 2 amperes. And that formula is I equals E divided by R equals 200 volts divided by 100 ohms equals 2 amps. What is the current through a 24 ohm resistor connected across 240 volts? C, 10 amperes. And that formula is I equals E divided by R equals 240 volts divided by 24 ohms equals 10 amps. What is the voltage across a 2 ohm resistor if a current of a 0.5 amperes flows through it? A, 1 volt. And that is figured with the formula E equals I times R equals 0.5 amps times 2 ohms equals 1 volt. What is the voltage across a 10 ohm resistor if a current of 1 ampere flows through it? B, 10 volts. And that formula is E equals I times R equals 1 amp times 10 ohms equals 10 volts. What is the voltage across a 10 ohm resistor if a current of 2 amperes flows through it? D, 20 volts. E equals I times R equals 2 amps times 10 ohms equals 20 volts. What happens to current at the junction of 2 components in series? B, it is unchanged. In a series circuit, current is the same everywhere. The same current flows through every component because there is only one path for current to flow. What happens to current at the junction of 2 components in parallel? A, it divides between them dependent on the value of the components. In a parallel circuit, current divides between branches based on the resistance of each component. More current flows through the path of lower resistance. What is the voltage across each of 2 components in series with a voltage source? C, dependent on the value of the components. In a series circuit, voltage divides across components based on their resistance values. Components with higher resistance have more voltage across them, the voltage divider principle. What is the voltage across each of 2 components in parallel with a voltage source? C, the same as the source voltage. In a parallel circuit, the voltage across each component is the same as the source voltage. Every parallel branch sees the full voltage of the source. So some of our key takeaways, Ohm's law and critical essentials. Ohm's law, 3 ways. E equals I times R, I equals E divided by R equals E divided by I. Cover what you need in the EIR circle. Side by side means multiply. Top over bottom means divide. For exam calculations, identify the 2 given values and pick the right formula, plug in the numbers, and always verify your answers that they make physical sense. Series circuits, current is the same everywhere. Voltage divides across components based on their values. Total R equals R1 plus R2, and etc. Number 4, parallel circuits. Voltage is the same across all branches. Current divides between branches based on component values. And then a memory aid for series versus parallel. Series equals same current, single path. Parallel equals same voltage, split paths.